Global events that shaped the world from 1901 to 1910. Beginning with the year 1901, number 1. First, Nobel Prizes awarded. The first Nobel Prizes are awarded in physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and peace. Number 2. Assassination of President McKinley. William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States, is assassinated by Leon Czolgosz. Theodore Roosevelt becomes president. Number 3. Establishment of the Australian Commonwealth. The 6 Australian colonies federate to form the Commonwealth of Australia. Number 4. Marconi sends first transatlantic radio transmission. Guglielmo. Marconi successfully transmits the first radio signal across the Atlantic Ocean from Newfoundland to Cornwall, England. Year 1902. Number 1. Eruption of Mount Pelée. Mount Pelée, a volcano on the Caribbean island of Martinique, erupts, destroying the city of Saint-Pierre and killing approximately 30,000 people. Number 2. Ford Motor Company founded. Henry Ford founds the Ford Motor Company in Detroit, Michigan. Number 3. Cuban independence. Cuba gains independence from the United States with the signing of the Platt Amendment. Year 1903. Number 1. Wright brothers' first successful flight. The Wright brothers achieved the first sustained, controlled airplane flight near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Number 2. Panama Canal construction begins. Construction of the Panama Canal begins. Number 3. First Tour de France. The first Tour de France cycling race is held. Year 1904. Number 1. Russo-Japanese War. The Russo-Japanese War erupts over control of Manchuria and Korea. Number 2. St. Louis World's Fair. The Louisiana Purchase Exposition, known as the St. Louis World's Fair, opens in St. Louis, Missouri. Number 3. Entente Cordiale. France and Britain signed the Entente Cordiale, forming a loose alliance that would later evolve into the Triple Entente in World War I. Year 1905. Number 1. Einstein's theory of relativity. Albert Einstein publishes his special theory of relativity, revolutionizing our understanding of space and time. Number 2. Second Russo-Japanese War ends. The Russo-Japanese War ends with the signing of the Treaty of Portsmouth, with Japan gaining significant territory in Korea and Manchuria. Number 3. Norwegian independence. Norway declares independence from Sweden. Year 1906. Number 1. San Francisco earthquake. A massive earthquake devastates San Francisco, California, leaving thousands dead and the city in ruins. Number 2. Algeciras Conference. The Algeciras Conference divides Morocco into French and Spanish spheres of influence, leading to increased international tensions. Number 3. Pure Food and Drug Act. The United States Congress passes the Pure Food and Drug Act, aimed at regulating the safety and quality of food and drugs. Year 1907. Number 1. Oklahoma statehood. Oklahoma becomes the 46th state of the United States. Number 2. Panic of 1907. A financial panic grips the United States, leading to bank failures and economic recession. Number 3. Treaty of Portsmouth. Japan and Russia sign the Treaty of Portsmouth, formally ending the Russo-Japanese War. Year 1908. Number 1. Olympic Games in London. The Summer Olympic Games are held in London, England. Number 2. Ford Model T introduced. The Ford Motor Company introduces the Model T, a mass-produced, affordable automobile that revolutionizes transportation. Number 3. Austria annexes Bosnia and Herzegovina. Austria-Hungary annexes Bosnia and Herzegovina, triggering a major diplomatic crisis that would contribute to the outbreak of World War I. Year 1909. Number 1. Manhattan Bridge opens. The Manhattan Bridge, connecting Lower Manhattan with Brooklyn, opens to traffic. Number 2, Peary expedition to the North Pole. Robert Peary claims to have reached the North Pole. Number 3, Blériot crosses the English Channel. Louis Blériot becomes the first person to fly an airplane across the English Channel. Year 1910. Number 1, Portuguese Republic established. The Portuguese monarchy is overthrown and the Portuguese Republic is established. Number 2, Union of South Africa formed. The 4 British colonies in southern Africa are united to form the Union of South Africa. Number 3, Halley's Comet returns. Halley's Comet makes its closest approach to Earth since 1456.